Oh, we're in already. I don't know if you can see. I've just tried to put the hat on my... That's a really good bite as well. I just tried to put the hat on top of the GoPro, so I don't know if you can see. Let me take the hat off. Oh, lovely. Well, that's a bit of a result. That's the first cast. I've only been out about 5 minutes. Lovely roach there, hand-sized roach, absolutely cracking. Much better than any other fish that had out the little canal section up there. Lovely. That was just on a couple of niblets of corn on quite a large wide gape, size 14. Cracking fish. Afternoon, guys. Andy the Budget Angler here. Just out at little after work session. As you can see, I'm at a massive lake. This is one of the club lakes. I've fished this a couple of times, but it's I've only fished sort of one little end, and so I've not actually tried any open water, but I thought I'd give it a go after work. I've got a couple of hours just fishing a little feeder. It's the little Darren Valley 8-foot feeder. I'm kind of in like a little corner of the lake there, and it goes off like a little finger canal comes off of it. It's huge lake, probably the biggest lake still what I've ever fished, to be honest. Maybe Fairlands at Stevenage might be sort of comparable, but that's totally different. This is much more natural, really natural banks. Yeah, so I'm just fishing the feeder. It doesn't seem very deep. It doesn't take long for the feeder to sink or anything like that. Just fishing a bit of corn. Got some bread, ground bait, some blended up bread, stale bread put through the blender, mixed with about 50%, I don't know, some sort of silver fish, ground bait. I can't remember what brand it is. It would have been something that I got cheap somewhere, like when you see like 4 for a tenner or whatever, when they've been in stock a while or they change the packaging, something like that. I sort of tend to buy sort of where I see it, and then I don't use much of it really. I always end up mixing it with breadcrumbs and sort of liquidized bread, and there's a couple of handfuls of frozen corn in there, some little freebies. And what I'm hoping for today is some bream. There's supposed to be some really nice bream in here, so it's been ages since I've been out catching loads of bream. So yeah, that should be that's what I'm hoping for. So fingers crossed I can get a couple, because it's getting to we're late summer, early autumn now. Not that long till the clocks change. It does get dark reasonably early, or earlier than I was suspecting it would. You know, suddenly it sort of creeps up on you, doesn't it? And it's really sort of, you suddenly look and it's getting dark at like 8 o'clock, especially when it's cloudy. Although it's reasonably sunny today, so fingers crossed sort of these clouds clear, just so I can give me a bit more light to see the tip really. Anyway, yeah, I'm waffling on. I'm sorry if I keep glancing away from the camera. I'm just keeping an eye on the tip because I thought I just kind of saw it just knock a tiny bit, I think. But yeah, anyway, I'll get the GoPro on and hopefully we can get a fish for you. Well, that was a really shy bite. Feels like not bad fish. I think it's another roach. Yeah. Another cracking roach in the sunshine there. Barely a tap on the tip there, but absolutely lovely. And I think just fishing this windward end's paid dividend. I can see quite a lot of bits and bobs sort of blowing in on the surface, and some of that's got to be food for the fish, isn't it? Got it, finally. It's about the third bite. I kept missing them. Not very big. Slightly smaller roach there, guys. Absolutely lovely in the sunshine though. Cracking little fish. Cool, that was a good bite for a tiny fish. Another cracking little roach there. They're loving the corn today. That absolutely nearly pulled the rod in. That was tight, like really powerful for such a small fish. Another cracking roach. They're absolutely lovely. They're really decent stamp of fish. Really lovely glinting orange eye in the sunshine there. Cracking fish. I don't even know how that got it in its mouth. That is, yeah, that is amazing. Bite a chuck on these little roach at the moment, guys. I think I'm going to stick a bit of bread on and see if that does anything different. Another roach, silvery roach in the sunshine. That was on a corn again. I did about 40 minutes on bread, not a tap, not a nibble. On corn, first cast, bang. It's really weird. Normally bread would be my absolute nailed on the door roach bait, but yeah, corn in this place, and it's weird. It's the third time I've had a better result on corn than bread here. Lovely roach there, real chunky one, absolutely brilliant. That's good thick back on him. That was again on a single niblet of corn, a really, really shy bite. Cracking little fish in the sunshine there. Look at that shine, absolutely lovely. Almost feels slightly better. I think he jumped out of the water. Another lovely roach there, might be the best one of the night, just a little bit deeper than the others and just as thick, absolutely cracking fish. Another cracking roach there in the sunlight, absolutely lovely. I'm just fishing to the left of the swim. I was fishing to the right, sort of right into the sort of windward end there, but I've just fished to the left slightly, and it seems to just be bringing a few more bites and a slightly better stamp of fish. I just fancied I saw a couple of little bubbles rise, but it could have been little bits and bobs of debris on the surface. It's really windy, as you'll probably see over there, but yeah, cracking fish. Oh, back he goes. I just took you through the gear I'm using, guys. This is it's only a 20 gram feeder, but it's got quite a large cage on it just because it's such a big body of water. I want to get plenty of feed out. It's just down to a size 14, so to 4 pound line. That's about a 10-inch hook length. I'm using my classic, what I always use, a twizzled boom, no faffing about with swivels or anything like that, just locked off with a BB shot there. I've done other videos with a twizzled boom, but yeah, basically you just twizzle the line up and it just gives it a bit of double thickness and just holds it slightly proud from the main line and the feeder. Just you can just see that slightly, and it just to kind of negate the risk of tangles slightly. This is the 8-foot feeder rod. It's from Tacklebox in Dartford. It's not a sponsorship or anything like that. They're just nice rods. They're about I think it's about 45 quid, but I think they might have gone up a bit now. I've had it a few years now. And it's just a nice, very light, very portable feeder rod, 2-piece. I can stick it on the crossbar e-bike and it's great. Yeah, and it comes with 2 tips. So yeah, this is the lightest tip, it's the red one. And the reel I'm using it's the one I use for quite a lot of float fishing, but I've spooled it up this time with I think it's actually 10 pound line, which is pretty hefty to be honest, but because I didn't know whether I was going to get into some carp and I didn't know how snaggy it was going to be, I thought I don't want to sort of chance it, especially fishing sort of with this sort of distance and that. I thought I don't want it sort of screaming off into the island or something like that, you know, taking a load of drag. So at least this I'll have a bit more control and kind of bring it back to my side if I need to, and that's kind of the idea behind that. But yeah, it's working a treat and it's a lovely sensitive tip and a nice light rod to transport around. So I don't use it enough actually, because I've been using my sort of Chinese travel rod, but yeah, this is really nice, and I'm definitely going to try and utilise it a bit more, because I don't think I do enough feeder fishing to be honest. Well guys, that was a good bit of sport to get the lake in frame behind me. Cracking, absolutely cracking evening. Just a few hand-sized roach, absolutely brilliant. Just really nice, relaxing evening after work. If you can get out after work and enjoy a bit of sport like that, then I'd really recommend it. Absolutely fantastic. And don't discount an hour and a half after work. It just might be what you need to get out and chill out, which sometimes we all need. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. And there's not been a single other person here. This is it's quite a big club to be honest, and it's been a lovely sunny weekday at the end of summer. And when I got here, there's one other person fishing, and he just packed up really as I got going. And I've not seen or heard a soul since, by the odd bird tweeting and the trains rumbling past. I've also been rewarded by a beautiful sunset. You probably can't see that behind me there, but just as I've looked, there's some really moody clouds coming over as well. Can you see that there? That is, you can almost see them sort of moving across. That direction there is, that's like the northeast, so I'm guessing we're in for some horrible weather. And I've just sort of looked, and it's all behind me, all to the east, big fingers of cloud, all looming towards the beautiful blue sky and sunset behind me. So I think I've not checked the weather for the coming week, but yeah, I think I've picked a bonus day to be out and enjoy that. So yeah, absolutely brilliant, really, really nice. And just a few, you know, catching roach on Sweetcorn, absolutely great. And I'm glad I got some on corn, because to be honest, I've struggled a bit on corn over the last couple of years. I used to use it loads as a kid, and kind of then I stopped catching on it and kind of discounted it a bit. But I've had a good few sessions on the lakes and the rivers with it this year. So yeah, really, really enjoying it. Anyway, I've waffled on enough now, but obviously thanks very much for watching, guys. Always appreciate it. If you've enjoyed it, do hit that thumbs up. Please drop me a sub if you've not already, or you're catching me for the first time, because there's going to be plenty more to come. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, guys. Fish on.